This right here is the new multi-item sorting system that I want to show you. This is a concept video. I won't be doing a block by block. Oops. Hello dudes and dudeses, we're in my forever world, the reboot world, and I've traveled 40,000 blocks back to where my second base was, and this is it with all the farms in here and smelters and stuff. And yeah, I'm getting quite nostalgic. I haven't been here for like a year or more. This was the place where I made my first really big storage system. That I comprised of different elements that I took from different systems that other people designed, and then I added some of my own stuff. In here you put like loose blocks and stuff like that. Maybe also here, I think. And if you had a shulker box, didn't you just put it there? Yeah, you can see, and it was sucked out and put into the system like that. Super cool. And these are actually these water streams are actually coming from farms around the area. All the farms that are working when you're in your base. Now, if I remember correctly, if we go down here... Oh, no. We have to do this from inside the elevator. It's been so long, I can't remember how this works. If you know my reboot world, you know that it's... Right now I'm at the Isle Saint Michel, or which is... you know, a very big build, and we actually move around and start up a new place. But this is my first ever storage room, and if we'll take a closer look at it, this is basically Impulse SV type style storage. It's an item filter. If I remember correctly, it's a double speed item filter, but this is where most of the things from the farms, they just trickle down here. I don't know how much that's in here. Not much bamboo, it seems. How about sugarcane? Yeah, and iron? Yeah, you get the idea. It just goes through the water stream and it goes down here automatically. This is a multi-item sorting system which has several items in each chest, and it works with you have these filler blocks, so you put in stuff and it sorts itself into the chest depending on what you already have. If I were to put in redstone, it would end up here. It's not my system, and I'm actually can't remember who which system I did. It is a Tango like system. It's classic. It's with drop elevators and lamps turning on and off and closing and locking or unlocking hoppers inside. So just wanted to show you what it was all about. And this is quite nice, but it is a bit slow on this side and also a bit tedious to build, and it's not my design, and it needs to have these filler blocks inside of it to work. So I wanted to design my own perfect storage room. And what is a perfect storage room? Well, it all depends on how you use a storage room. But what I do is that I really tend to have a lot of farms near my base. I know people say it lags out everything, and it does to some extent, but it's also very convenient to have things loaded while you're around. For instance, here I have apparently the sheep farm, sugarcane farm, the bamboo farm that somehow I missed putting something in place right there. Super smelter, I don't know if that's... I think that's connected to with a lever, so it goes into the storage system right there if you want to. Do I actually have a turtle farm? I think I might have, I'm not sure. Overworld gold farm right there. Big kelp farm right here. And it's all connected and going into the that's a slime farm. Yeah. And I have a mob farm as well underground. I remember I have a mob farm directly underneath here, I think. Don't I have a mob farm? Yes, I do. As you can see, I have a mob farm in here. Gnembom's again. This is the Gnembom design. I think maybe it's turned off right now. Never mind, but you can see these are all working and operating as soon as I'm loading the area. And I kind of like this type of setup. I like this is, if you have watched my modular farm series that I've started up, I did this years ago already. I've been working with this kind of concept for years, and I like the idea of having things loaded and running while I'm around my base, because I like to be around my base. Alright, I just wanted to show you, this was the first one. I want to do something like this, and because of that, and because I've been working on the smallest multi-item sorting system, storage system in Minecraft lately with my Discord community, I decided to, why not make the ultimate storage room for me, for my use, and maybe you can use it as well. Now I gotta find my way back 40,000 blocks in some direction. For those of you who might have seen my reboot Forever World, we are back at my present project in 1.16, which is, whoa, load in please, this big town here. And I actually haven't got central storage here yet, so it might be for here I want to do it, but this is where I'm at right now. So I'll just go down here and then go into a testing world, because what today's really all about is the new multi-item sorting system that I've been working on in creative the last couple of days, and I want to show you the concept. And back in my storage world, this, if you follow my channel, you know I've been working on very much lately, and I've been working on this IMAS Mark V, which is a multi-item storage system, but I really would like to modify this so it's not so much for manual input, but this would actually be the storage for all the farms coming in with this nice directory, knowing, so you know exactly what's in your storage. But if I do that, then I need a multi-item storage where it's easier to be able to take out items and store all your other stuff. This is the new multi-item sorting system that I came up with. It's a concept video. Remember, I won't be doing a tutorial or block by block, because before I get it out to you, I would like to refine it, compact it a bit, and add some functions as well that I will be talking to you about in a second. How does it work? What does it do? Well, this is where your items are. This is where you take your items out. And as you can see, there's not that many items in there because, as I said, this is a working concept. This is the input chest, fairly logical, and this is the row of chests for all the things that do not somehow find a place in the system and have to be returned, and also which includes items that are non-stackable. They will all go into this stack right here. To make it work like this, I needed an item filter that was movable. So how do you make an item filter that's movable? Well, I actually discovered that in the system I showed you before, quite by accident really, that you're able to do that. If we go up here, you can see this minecart has 4 non-stackable items in it, and there's only room for 1 item, which means that if I put 1 item in there and I drive underneath these chests that actually are the item filters, it will only be able to take out whatever item that is already in there. So if I put redstone in there, it will put redstone in here, and it will go right here, and it will only be able to take out redstone, and all the redstone that's already in there will go down here where it will be unloaded. But before we do that, and then it will be unloaded, and then it will go in a hover row all the way to this place right here. And back here I have this janky piece of redstone, which actually locks or unlocks the hoppers to this down here. So that's basically the principle of it. But now we will have a hole here because it's taken out those 2. So we need to put them back in, and that's why we have 2 hoppers right here, because every time a minecart passes a hopper, it will deposit 1 item. And since it's the first item in the minecart, it will be whatever is there, which is a redstone in this case, and these will go back. So these will be deducted before it unloads, and it goes down here and into this dropovator and up here, and it goes over here and are ready to drop down to the chest again. But it cannot drop down here before the things are unloaded fully into this row, because if it did, then things would move on and end up in this chest down here. Let me try and demonstrate it. Maybe that's better. Let's take redstone. We have redstone down here. We take a stack of redstone out. We put it in here. Now, what's happening is that this dropovator starts flashing and putting it up here. It's putting it into the minecart, filling it up. And it's not filling it up totally, because then it won't be able to suck out anything. Then it goes right here. See, it sucks out from this chest, and now this one is open down here. Then it goes to the end where it unloads all the items until it's totally empty, even the unstackable items. And then it goes back. And now, if we go here, you can see these are locked again, but it puts the items back, because this one locks the item. This top locks the items while it's unlocking. So there it is. It's right there while it's unlocking. And then it goes there and locks it before it goes a 3rd or a 4th time. And if we go down here, you can see everything is out and these are in again. And you may ask, how does these come in again when it unloads everything over here? Well, it goes here, it's totally empty, and then it goes underneath this one, and it sucks out 5 wooden shovels. 5, and then it's full. But then I've placed a hopper right here which sucks out 1, and via some hopper magic and stuff puts it back up into this chest. So when it's here, it's ready to go again, and in the right order. This is the first slot that's free, and it's ready to take in items. And if we go down here, you can see hopefully that there's 64 redstone down there again. Now if we look at the second, it has ender pearls, which only stack to 16, as you know, and luckily they give up a different current. They stack differently, but they give off a different current, so it works with that as well. If you see this, and you can see it sucks out this one, so it opens this one and this one down there, it empties out over there, and then it goes back, but at that time it has already locked again. So now, second time, it takes it out again, so it knows it has to go in this row, and it empties out, goes back, and now it's empty, sucks out some shovels, lose a shovel and go back, and now it's like this, ready to go again. And we have a full stack down here. What then if we have things that are non-stackable items? If I take a totem, put it in like this, we should see it go up right there, and you should see this go away. And of course none of these will shut off because there are no totems in the system, and it will go back and do all the usual stuff. And now it's ready again, but the totem of undying is down here. So it kind of works that way, but it does cost us a wooden shovel from this one. This one does not now have 4, it has 1. So that's a price I'm paying right now, and it has to do with timing, but I probably can get it fixed. But the main part is you don't have things that are not in the system going in the system. If I try and put in iron ores, it should work the same way. It goes up here and goes through here, and I actually have time to show you that it goes down here, and when it goes, at this pace it will go at 21. If this one is already filled, it will suck out 30, and you can see none of these are lit, closed, shut off, it's called. So it's emptying out right here and going back, sucking out the shovels, and ready to go again. And now it sucked out 30 like this and does the same, and we should see them be trickling in here because it is not in the system. So this is the system right now, and as I said, it's quite big, and it may look daunting. I hope by explaining it that you realize that it's very mechanical basically. I'm not all that good of a redstoner. I mean, I can hold my own, but I'm not that good of a redstoner. And I tend to choose solutions that are more on the mechanical side, where I need to do this task, and then it needs to complete this task, and then this task. And that's kind of, I hope that will help you guys understand this. This is actually quite an understandable system. It does this, it does that, it does that, and then it does this. So it's not like a black box where you just put in like some of the new very cool systems out there. New, I said, because it's another way of doing it, is Rapscallion, Mita Milo, and some others. What's he called? If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry, but Matsitsuma has built some very cool multi-item sorting systems. And they kind of tend to be so complicated, so dense. By the way, Gnembom has made one as well, of course, Gnembom. That it's like a television. I mean, I can look at it, I can enjoy the images that are coming out, but I kind of have trouble following the logic of it and really understanding it. And this, I hope, is a way for you to actually understand what is going on, which means that when you build it, you're actually able to troubleshoot it yourself, because you know that this is supposed to lock this one, this is supposed to lock this one, this is supposed to put in 5, this is supposed to take out 1. You need so I hope that in that way it's kind of more logical for people to use. It looks daunting for some of you, it might, but actually if we take away all this section right here, this, by the way, is not my own design. It's a modified design by Techman80, I think. It's a fast, silent droppervator, and it takes out the item for the item filter. So it needs to go back. So this is a huge thing. It only has that function, but it does fill a lot. This is an item filter. It takes out the shovels and returns them over there to this droppervator, which puts them up there. But all this is also just a droppervator, and they're built the same. And this one is also just a droppervator that takes out the item that you need to put in the system, that you want to put in the system, and down here. So kind of, if you look at it, if you remove the droppervators, there's not really that much going on. There is these janky homemade filters. It's not called filter. Well, it's kind of a filter, but this piece of redstone here that actually only has the only function it has is that it looks at this chest and finds out if there's 2 missing. And you have to arrange your chest like this. This is a full stack, this is a full stack, and this is 17, which means that every time, can I show it to you? Can you actually see it? We have to be looking at this one right there. When I take out 2, this one turns off, and this one turns off. So that's basically what it does. It's kind of a big system, but that's all it does. So it means that when it takes out one of our items here, it turns this one off, and then you're able to put items in the storage system. Enough of that. I think this is, as I said, just this is just a concept video showing you how I decided to go about solving the problem of multi-item sorting. And one of the things, if you remember from the beginning of the video, that I really like about this system is that it's pretty fast, it's pretty soundless, and you don't have to put in filler items. Filler items is a drag. but it is, as I said, fairly big. It can be compacted, and I will do so before I actually make a tutorial for you guys. And I also want to add functions. One of the things that I really use in real Minecraft survival play, I hope you think this is interesting and something that you might want to be building in your world. I think it's a neat concept and a slightly different way of doing a multi-item sorting system with no filler items in the chest, and I think it's easier to build, and well, most of all, it's my own design, so I like it. If you do too, or if you like the video, please do leave a like, and if you're brand new, subscribe and hit that notification button, the belly button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.